Hello, world, and welcome to Creating Light with Kelsey. I missed last week. Oh no. Oh no. I broke a promise to myself. I do actually feel bad about that. I'm like, fuck, man. Commitment. Stick to the commitment. I did try. I recorded the episode on Tuesday, which that's where it bit me in the ass. And then I flew out to the Midwest to see family that exact same day. And I didn't, and then I was stuck in the airport because the flight got delayed, and I didn't have everyone. Then I was stuck in the airport for like 7 hours or something like that, and everyone was vultures for the outlet. So I did not have the capacity, the battery capacity to actually edit the episode to produce it, to have it ready for you guys on Wednesday. And then when I was looking at the episode, I was like, dude, I don't even fucking like this anyway. How I was talking felt scattered, and the point that I was trying to land wasn't in the best way. And it was definitely because I felt rushed and pressured to have an episode ready for Wednesday. And then you just don't meet the mark when you force yourself to do something, which is kind of where I'm at right now and just showing up. And then we have the lovely perfectionist self getting poked at when it's coming to the podcast for some reason. It's a lovely lesson that I'm navigating and learning, and showing up to show up and to be consistent, and knowing that I have important things to say and messages to share, but it's not going to be a place of fully showing myself and my gifts and delivering if I am not here consistently to speak. It won't ever evolve and land in what I want it to be. I am going to reach out to some of my business entrepreneur friends and be like, yo, I need to be held accountable because I keep recording it too close to the time that I want to release it, and I'm just falling short. And so reaching out to have help and accountability to record stuff on Thursday and Friday and to have it edited within then and it be fully ready Wednesday. And if as I edit it and I realize I don't like the episode, I have plenty of time to re-record, because that's what happened last week, and I didn't have time or the means to re-record because then I was around family. I like how I've been showing up though, even knowing that I can do better and be better at showing up. I like being real and presenting the struggles of building the consistency, because it is a struggle. It is. It's a muscle that you build, and this in the ways that I shifted and how I work, that's completely new. So I am really building and solidifying that habit, and it's can be a little rough in the beginning before it is a habit. And this is why statistically podcasts don't last very long or go anywhere. Like you see all the time, like, oh, I'm going to start a fucking podcast, or I'm going to do this. And I think I gave you guys the statistics before that only 90% or something out of podcasts that start make it past episode 1. And then from that 10%, only 1% or something like that make it past episode 20. Like the statistics are unreal, and that really just shows the lack of commitment people have to the path and to a vision or a dream, or having this instant gratification expectation to have this following from day one. If you are a new person to the game, it's not like you're like most of the time when people create a podcast that I would see that quit, even the people that would make and that have the name for themselves would quit. But it's really, you're doing this to make a name for yourself, and then they quit because it's not getting the immediate traction. And that's just a lesson in itself. Like if you're doing something for the recognition and you only show up when you get recognized or have feedback or have live presence, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And that's how I've been able to still be here, and I'll oscillate because I've been figuring out just how to show up as a guide is my reason for oscillating, but it hasn't been because of a it hasn't been because of an audience or an interaction. I'm showing up regardless if anyone is listening because I know I have shit to say and that I'm meant to speak and bring it out into the world, and I know that alone radiates a healing frequency for whoever finds it, and if no one finds it, it's still the energy that's getting out from me to others, and showing up in that way. Like, it's just, that's why I'm here. I do it because I know that I'm meant to, and I trust the process. But I do really appreciate the people that are around before, as I'm figuring it out, before I have the shit figured out, before I have all the fancy equipment, before I have the editing team, because that's gonna fucking happen. Because that's also recording doesn't take as long, but the editing and editing the audio and the video, the full video, and then making reels, that takes a fuck ton of time. And that's where the time management skills have to really zone in. Like, if I see this vision for myself and a platform of building this way of speaking, like, you have to be meticulous with your time and your scheduling, or it won't, there's no way it would be consistent, because this takes a lot of fucking time. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be figuring it out. I'm happy to be pushing through and overcoming the fear of being seen and heard, and how that continuously dissolves in whatever way that I show up. And I'm happy to consistently challenge the perfectionism sense of self within me, because she's strong. She's real strong. And I used to get really frozen in that and not want to show up at all if it couldn't be 100%. And that's just, it doesn't fucking matter as much. Like, you only reach 100% because you have experimented with all the different capacities and levels of showing up beforehand. I don't even know what my 100% is when it comes to podcasting, because I'm experimenting. And I just, because of this, it's allowing me to enjoy the journey, enjoy the way of being an entrepreneur and being here, which is a huge testament to my personal healing journey. I've experienced a lot of different trauma, and one of the the things that I had and can still experience and struggle with is presence. And I used to always want to be to the next place. And like, I'm always on this rush to, that this, where I'm at now isn't good enough, and I have to keep working and keep going. And my mind was always forward, and that it will be better when I'm here. It will be better soon. It will be better when the next thing comes along. And then I'm in a loop of chasing greatness, chasing happiness, chasing relaxation, whatever. And I wasn't able to be grateful for the now moment. And that's gotten a lot better. And this whole process, podcasting and just showing up in different ways now as a movement healer, is integrating that in a level that I wasn't fully expecting. And I'm grateful that I am enjoying the journey, and I'm not feeling as pressured. That I just love being here, and I love showing up, and I love showing myself that we are capable of figuring it out, and the evidence of that, and that it gets better. Our presence gets better, our speaking gets better, our editing gets better, our delivery, our marketing gets better. It's a pretty cool process that I'm seeing evolve, and yeah. That's it for today, though. Not gonna drag this out super long, because there's no need to. Because my main recording, because it's Tuesday, surprise, surprise, this is gonna come out tomorrow on Wednesday. But I'm going to record again on Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday, actually. Thursday is pretty busy for me. And in that episode, I'm going to extend and keep talking about my healing story and talk about what came next for me after I had faced my darkness, and introducing how important it is to have a foundation of the self-development realm and self-care before you're diving into the healing journey. Learned from experience, would like to share that experience. And yeah, thank you for being here. And remember, when we see the light in ourselves, we create light in others.